Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Southeast Termite and Pest Control. With temperatures dropping, ants, beetles, and roaches are looking for a warm, they want to curl up next to the fire, enjoy Christmas with you. You don't want them in your house. Call Southeast Termite and Pest Control. They will run those critters out and they'll kill them. It's kind of cruel, but you know, they're bugs. You want them dead. Southeast Termite and Pest Control. SoutheastTermite.com is where you can learn more about the group that I use in my house, and I don't see any bugs because they come out and kill them or just run them off. Get out of here. Southeast Termite and Pest Control. All right, back with Will, Jacob, Bobby, Daniel. Twitter questions. The first one, a big one, I got this from several. If Tennessee played the 4 teams the Vols lost to earlier in the season on neutral fields today, which games do they win?
Florida.
I agree with Florida.
Okay, I think it's Florida with Will Grier and Florida without Will Grier is a different beast. Yeah. If Will Grier had been caught a week or two early on the PED stuff, then banned substance stuff, I should say, then yeah, I think Tennessee beats Florida down there.
I definitely do, and I just don't think I think Oklahoma's gotten better. I think Alabama's always going to, I think there's a better team, they're going to beat you, and I think Arkansas is just not a good matchup for this team.
They give you so few possessions, you have to be efficient, and this team hasn't proven to me that they can consistently be efficient, and that's tough against an Arkansas team that plays the way they do. What grade do you guys give Mike DeBoer? The tweeter who sent this in said he gave him a C because he underutilized Josh Dobbs.
Wow. I think I gave him a C earlier in the year. I would go to an A now because, like I said, I think the toughest thing for me to see was that you had these 3 weapons and you really didn't know how to get them all involved. I think as this year progressed, that's one of the ways that I thought this offense got better was that he figured out a way to get Kamara, get Hurd, get Dobbs, all 3 of those guys into the game and get them the right amount of touches each. So I give him an A now. I think he's improved that much, and that's what really improved the offense a lot.
Grades for Mike DeBoer.
I give him an A right now, and speaking of underutilizing Josh Dobbs, I mean, you have so many other weapons on that offense to use. I mean, I don't see how you can underutilize that guy. Yeah, he's a big part of your offense, but you got to get Kamara and Hurd.
And there were 3 games where he wasn't 100%. I mean, they can say that, he was healthy against Arkansas. He had a knee brace on, and he sure didn't look like he was running. So I don't think he was healthy then. He got re-injured against South Carolina, wasn't healthy against North Texas, so it's hard to say you didn't run him enough in those 3 games.
And the ball always goes through his hands to somebody on the field. So how are you not underutilizing?
And here's the thing, if he had hit some of those open receivers this year, we wouldn't be talking about that either because you'd have more points and his numbers would be better. Bobby.
I think that the way Josh Dobbs goes, the way the offense goes. If he doesn't run the ball, then they pack it in, and we don't run well in the middle.
Well, he can't throw over to back and back off.
Well, that's one of the things you try to do. But I don't think we've done that. I give him a B plus.
B plus. Daniel, very quickly.
I'm gonna go A minus, and I'll say the only reason I want is because in that Bowling Green game, we showed an under center package when it was 4th and 1. I want to see it again. I love under center on 4th and 1. Just get downhill quick.
We got a lot of those questions, and it's just one of those curses of that spread offense. You just don't see many teams. They've got it, but most teams don't go under center and use it. Even David Cutcliffe, when he came back in 06 and 07, I remember sitting here on this show saying, why is he running on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 out of the shotgun? It's any of those spread teams do it. It's kind of frustrating to watch, though. And they showed it yesterday, that 4th and 1 and you're handing off to Hurd would have been nice just to line up under center. But
just fall forward, yeah.
All right. Will UT lose any juniors early to the NFL? Guys, Cam Sutton maybe, and Kurt Magid could come back for a 6th year if he wanted to. That's a different kind of situation. Cam Sutton, I don't think Reeves-Maben will probably be in that ballpark.
I think Cam Sutton would be your only one, but I still don't know based on what's going to be out there where his draft grade is going to be. Because, I mean, you could definitely see him get a 3rd-round draft pick and maybe even a 2nd-round draft pick, but I don't think he's by any stretch going to be a 1st-round draft pick. So now, if you're a 1st-round draft pick, I tell anybody go. Right? That's your decision. You need to go. I don't care what loyalty you got, go. Beyond that, then you need to consider does another year, and you need to look who may be coming out next year because that may take you to a 1st-round draft.
I got one more here that I'm just going to put up the answer myself. Somebody, actually I got a couple people that sent in one email, one tweet. Does anyone want to compare Butch Jones to Derek Dooley now? Remember earlier in the year, it was this guy's the same as Derek Dooley. Well, let me show you something. This is interesting. Here are the 3rd-year coaches. All right, now your overall record up there at the top, Malzahn, 26 wins. Jones, 20 wins. Bielema, 17. Stoops, 12. SEC, Malzahn, 13. Jones, 10. Bielema, 7. Stoops, 4. Look at the last 2 years. Best record among those 4? Butch Jones. Best record in the SEC? Butch Jones. Now, he's not in the SEC West, but still, he's got better numbers than those other guys. And Derek Dooley down there, you might see, he was 15-21 at this point, 4-19 in the SEC, and already fired. So let's stop the Butch Jones, Derek Dooley comparisons today. When we come back, we'll answer more of your questions in overtime. We'll tell you about that later in the show. When we come back, coaching changes across 1/4 of Tennessee's schedule. How will that impact the Vols? Come on back.
From East Tennessee to Kentucky, no job is too small for Benedict Construction. Electrical work, heating and air installation, even carports and garages. With a reputation for excellence, rely on the custom work of Benedict Construction.